welcome to tonight's Big Brother 13 recap.
Well, last time on the show, Danny put Brenchel on the block.
And Adam is an elf.
I love that. Alright, so Danny actually thinks that she's Robin Hood because she's the only one in the house who's got enough balls to shake up the game.
Okay, so...
hello? Who else had a shot? The only other HOHs were Jordan and Rachel.
Well, Rachel also likes to reference old English folk tales or whatever, and she's like, Danielle drew the first sword, but I have Excalibur, and it's never been defeated.
Okay.
Okay.
Rachel thinks Danny wants Brendan gone, and she's right. It's Bookie time in the have-not room. Come here, little Bookie. I'm gonna win the power veto tomorrow, and I'm gonna keep you in the house.
You better, Brendan!
I cannot be away from you, not for an hour, a day, or a month. I love you. I know you've got big things in there. It's right behind your meatiest item. I know that because I'm a PhD student, right?
Of course, Bookie. We play so well as a team together. I don't know how I'm gonna do it without you.
That's why we're getting married, baby. Even if I get thrown out of the house, we're gonna be a team forever. And we're gonna be making money for the rest of our lives. We're gonna cure cancer with that money.
But Brendan, I want $500,000.
And I will give it to you, baby. Alright, so Danny and Rachel have a little meeting.
Danny's trying to save face a little bit just in case Rachel's around next week, and she's like, it's not personal.
I'm not gunning for you.
Yeah, so Rachel's like, Danielle is a mean girl.
She's coming after us because she sucks.
Basically, she said it was because Danielle sucks at the game.
Yeah. Alright, so it's time to pick players for the veto competition. Let's time pick.
So now that the couples are split up, everyone is on their own. Right. So each person, the HOH and the two nominees, get to pick someone out of the magic bag.
Well, Danny goes first, and she picks Jeff.
Brendan picks Portia.
And Rachel picks Adam. And Danny actually made a good decision and picked Luan as the host.
All right.
I love Luan. All right, so yeah, the big hairy he-she is out there, but we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. So Jeff and Jordan are talking in the purple room, and Jeff was like, if I make it to next week, Daniel's going up. I don't care. And I was like, ah.
I love that story. All right, so now it's time for the he-she out in the backyard with the hair. All right, so it's basically a potpourri of old...
past competitions.
Yeah. So you have to guess how long, it's like minute to win it. You guess how long you could do it in. The lowest scoring time person.
The lowest time.
Thank you.
Has to accept the challenge and see if they can complete the task in the time that they allotted for themselves. And
if
the highest time.
They knock out the highest time.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so round one. Adam was out right away because Rachel took the challenge of doing the chew veto competition.
Gum chewing.
Yeah, and which was so funny because Brendan the whole time was like, "No, baby, don't over chew. That's my fiance up there."
Really? We didn't know.
We've only been in the house almost a month.
You're doing perfect, Rachel. I'm a PhD student, Rachel.
I should know.
Your fiance's a PhD student, Rachel.
These guys cracked me the hell up. I almost want him back in the house.
I know, just because he's so ridiculous.
I know. Round two was the old veto puzzle, but they didn't have anybody lifting because they didn't have partners.
These were all modified competitions.
Right. So Rachel was out on that one.
She couldn't complete the puzzle.
Not in the allotted time anyway.
Brendan!
Round three was the he, she, hairy leg.
Yep, from the spelling competition.
And Miss Cocky Muffin Top Danny, she couldn't complete the task in 29 seconds.
She thought she was so smart. She thought Brendan was going to have the lowest time, but she ended up having the lowest time, and she couldn't do it.
Poops. All right, so round four was the old milk cow. Jeff decided to do
Keith
this one.
isn't here anymore.
I know, that would have been disgusting. All right, so Jeff decided to take the challenge. I think he put down, 54 seconds, something like that? He wiped out. If he hadn't wiped out, he would have made it. It was like by the hair on a fly.
Yeah.
So that brings us down to Brendan versus Portia. And it was the old golf challenge, the one that won Jordan the HOH competition for the second week in the house. And Brendan won the POV. So, he's going to use it on Rachel, but guess what? He's not going to tell anyone because...
He wants to shock everyone.
I think that was actually a good move if anyone actually cared, but either way. So Danny and Jeff and Jordan have a little powwow up in the HOH room.
Danny's like, guys, what do I do?
What do we gotta do? So then she talks to Brenchel up in the HOH room. And
Brendan's like, yeah, so I'm gonna use the power veto on me.
Alright, and I wanna make a deal with you. I'm gonna try and change up the game.
She's just like, I'll think about it. I don't know.
Alright, so it's time for the POV meeting, and Rachel wants Brendan to keep himself in the game.
Not really, that was just her speech. She doesn't.
Tear. He uses it on his fiancé. Has anyone seen my fiancé in here?
So
I'm using the POV on her.
In her place, Danielle puts up Jordan.
I don't know if this is a good move or not. Now, they have the little snippets at the end. Brendan thinks that he has knocked down Danielle's house of cards. With one little flick. All right, and Danny is happy, actually, because
Brendan was her #1 target.
Yeah, it would have been more difficult for Jordan to go up against Rachel than for Brendan, so... And Jordan, she just hopes she's the pawn, although being the pawn ain't so good. Because sometimes the pawn goes home, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, and then Rachel was the funniest of all. Would you like to take this?
I feel like a fairy tale princess right now, and Brendan's saving me from the wicked witch who sleeps in the HOH room. Brendan!
God, I love it.
So tomorrow, someone's gonna be evicted, and Evil Dick will be back.
Big deal. We care. Probably fast forward through that part. I'll probably have to bring out the old dinosaur again. And I got the cigarette ready this time. All right, kids. So till tomorrow, much love.